Stop. Before you scroll past this, I need you to ask yourself one question, and I need you to be brutally honest, not with me, with yourself. Are you actually building something, or are you just watching other people build? Because there is a version of you, and I know you have felt him. Terrifying, composed, deliberate. A man who walks into a room and says nothing, and everyone feels something changed. That man is not a fantasy. He is an architecture. And today, right now, we are going to build him. Floor by floor, room by room, brick by cold, deliberate brick. This is not motivation. Motivation is temporary. What I am giving you is structure. The kind that does not collapse when life gets dark. And life will get dark. I have studied the most powerful minds in history. Machiavelli, the Stoics, men who built empires with discipline and ruthless clarity. And I have distilled everything into what I call the King's Code. 10 chapters, years of research, compressed into just 12 minutes of truth. Stay with me. Every chapter builds on the last. If you leave early, you will miss the one that changes everything. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Arrival. You do not walk into a room, you arrive. Most men will never understand the difference. Walking is mechanical, feet moving forward. But arriving is a statement. It is the declaration of a man who knows exactly who he is, and is at peace with it in the deepest possible way. When a king steps through a door, the air shifts. Not because he is loud, not because he announced himself, because power has a frequency. And the people in that room, even those who do not know why, they feel it. Here is the cold truth. Most men spend their lives trying to be liked, to be included, to earn seats at tables never built for kings. That pursuit, approval, strips them of the very thing they chase, respect. Machiavelli cut with precision 500 years ago. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Not intimidation, not cruelty, groundedness. A man so rooted the moods of others. Do not reach him. That is the arrival, not a strut, not a performance. Just the unmistakable weight of a man at home inside himself. And it starts here. Chapter 2. The Throne Room Within. Before you can control anything in this world, you must first control the 6 inches between your ears. That is the real throne room. Not an office, not a penthouse, not a title or a following. Your mind is where your kingdom rises, or quietly collapses. Most men surrendered that throne, to noise, to the opinions of people who built nothing. They let fear sit on the throne, self-doubt run the court, approval make every decision, and never notice. Your enemies need not defeat you if your own mind does it for them. The Stoics called it the inner citadel, a fortress no external force can breach, unless you open the gates.
You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength.
You have power over your mind, not over circumstances, not over other people, just the mind, just those 6 inches. But those 6 inches, when mastered, change everything else. Machiavelli called it virtue, the disciplined, almost violent will to act with precision when the world demands panic. You need both, the Stoics' calm and the prince's cold calculation. Running simultaneously, every day. Train your mind like a weapon. Protect it like a kingdom. The king who loses his mind first, loses everything else second. Chapter 3. The Weapon of Silence. The most powerful thing you can do in a conversation is nothing. Absolute silence. Controlled, deliberate, weaponized. Most men cannot stop talking. They fill every gap because silence makes them anxious. That need to be heard has destroyed more men than any external enemy. Words are cheap. Men who speak too much reveal too much. Every sentence you do not need to say is a card you do not need to show. Resist the urge to defend, to explain, to justify to minds already closed. You operate at a frequency they cannot reach. Nobody respects a man who needs to be understood. They respect the man who does not care if he is understood. Kings do not explain vision to those without eyes to see it. They do not argue with fools in public. Your mouth should be a vault. Open it only when the words are worth more than the silence you break. Speak with precision. Speak with purpose. Speak only to build, to destroy, or to move forward. Everything else is noise. Kings do not make noise, they make moves. Chapter 4: The Chess Player. A king never moves without intention, every step calculated, every action 3 moves ahead while others react to what just happened. Strategy, the cold art of precision, opponents always behind, allies always a step ahead. Most men are reactive, emotion first, chessboard forgotten. Ask, who benefits from my reaction right now? Chaos is manufactured, drama engineered, bait designed to drag you off your throne. Machiavelli, be both lion and fox, the lion to crush what stands in your way, the fox to navigate what cannot be crushed. Strength without cunning is aggression. Cunning without strength is deception. Combine both, and you become unpredictable. When they cannot predict you, they cannot prepare for you. When they cannot prepare, they cannot stop you. Study your environment, study the people, study your own patterns. Your habits are building your kingdom, or burning it down while you sleep. Never move out of desperation, or anger, or to prove a point. Move only when the move serves your vision. Then move once. Chapter 5: Wealth as Armor. Money is not just currency. Money is language of options, leverage, freedom. A king who cannot speak it fluently is a prisoner wearing a crown. We were taught money as reward for obedience. Show up, work hard, follow rules, collect check, and surrender sovereignty. A man dependent on others for survival cannot be free. Every decision shadowed by one question: can I afford to? That question is a chain, however golden, still a chain. Build finances with architecture and intention. Long-term vision over short-term thrill. Do not spend to impress. Do not confuse looking wealthy with being wealthy. One is performance, the other is position. Every dollar saved is a soldier. Every investment a fortress. Every unnecessary expense you eliminate is a weakness being removed from your armor. Build multiple streams. Live below your means. Not out of scarcity, out of strategic discipline. The man who controls spending controls his future. The man who controls his future controls his life. And the man who controls his life answers to no one. Chapter 6: The Laboratory of Solitude. There comes a moment to pull back, to go quiet, to disappear from performance and return to something more valuable: yourself. Most fear solitude, mistaking it for loneliness, isolation for failure. Their discomfort is addiction to being seen. Presence threatens performance. Isolation is not punishment. It is a laboratory. Machiavelli, stripped and cast out, wrote The Prince in Exile. He turned silence into architecture. Greatness is not built in the crowd. It is built in the cave. Early mornings, late nights, unglamorous hours alone with vision. Go quiet, build in the dark. Let them wonder where you went. When you return, you will not be the man who left. Weaponize it. Build. Chapter 7: Reading people like a general. A king is never blindsided. Not because betrayal stops, but because he reads people before they reveal themselves. Most are naive. They take words at face value, confuse kindness with loyalty, proximity with alliance. Projection is vulnerability. The wrong people exploit it. Watch what they do, not what they say. Watch how they treat those who can do nothing for them. Watch what they do when they think no one is watching. Behavior is expensive. It costs time, energy, consistency. Once you see someone clearly, you cannot unsee them. That cold, liberating clarity is one of the most valuable things a man can possess. Calibrate. Do not grow bitter. Grow accurate. See first. Move second. Chapter 8: The Untouchable Standard. There is a version of you that nothing can reach. Rejection, failure, betrayal, criticism, all converted into fuel. But it costs the surrender of the need for external validation. We were conditioned to perform for the crowd, to measure worth by feedback. A man controlled from the outside can be broken from the outside. Those weapons only work on men who need something from the hands that wield them. He needs nothing. Respect is earned through consistency, composure, and the absence of neediness. Stop reacting to provocations. People get uncomfortable. Stop explaining to critics. They get confused. Stop chasing approval from those never in your corner. They become irrelevant. When another's opinion weighs less than your own honest assessment, something shifts. They feel it before they can say it. The stillness of a man who is not performing, not proving, not seeking. That stillness triggers respect, caution, recognition. He plays by different rules. Chapter 9. Who deserves your kingdom? Nothing is more expensive than misplaced loyalty. Money can be rebuilt. Time given to the wrong people is gone. Real loyalty is rare. Accept it, without bitterness, without naivety. Most are loyal to comfort, advancement, survival. Not evil, just human. Forget this and you will be surprised by it forever. Shrink your circle without announcement. Elevate standards without explanation. To the rare few proven in the fire, who told truth when lies were easier, stayed when leaving was convenient, protected your name in rooms you were never in. Be a king in return. Immovable, ferocious in protection of them. Inspire that quality of loyalty from even 2 or 3 in a lifetime. You have built more power than empires of stone. Choose carefully. Chapter 10. The Final Code. You have arrived at the end, but this is not a conclusion. It is a commencement. Everything you absorbed, principles and truths, means nothing until forged into action. Knowledge without execution is entertainment. Kings are not entertained, they are transformed. You now carry the code: mind, mouth, moves, money, solitude, clarity, loyalty. The world will not make space for your kingdom. You will claim it, brick by brick, decision by decision, silence by silence. The throne was never going to be handed to you. It was always going to be built by you. Go. Build the version of yourself the world is not ready for. When he arrives, they will not have a name for him yet. If this forged something in you today, like, subscribe, and share this with one man who needs to hear it. The next video goes even deeper.